Okay, good morning. We are leaving Dominica today, finally. We've been trying to leave for a few days, but ended up staying behind to get a few projects taken care of, repaired. But today, we have a really good weather window. We have almost no swell today. Very calm seas, light wind, but enough wind to get south. But I do want to grab one more thing, just one more thing before we leave. You see, I had the fuel line repaired, the metal one. I had it welded, and then they put some bronzing on it to strengthen it. But because of all the vibration and because of how easy it is for that little piece to fail and just kill the engine, I was talking to my dad about it, and he said, oh, you should just get a flexible piece of hose that, you know, the inside diameter is the outside diameter of that metal fuel line, you know, just so that you can clamp it on and bridge the gap if you ever have an issue again. And I thought, why did I not think of that before? That's like the easiest solution and backup plan possible. So I'm not gonna wait to Grenada to get that. That's one piece I'm gonna go try to find today, because if I have an issue with that fuel line and it breaks 20 miles from here, I want a simple fix to get me to Grenada. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we're out. Should be a great day on the water. All right, baby, we're underway. 215 miles. We'll see how far I go without stopping. I believe I could go the whole way without stopping, but I'm gonna kind of hug the islands a little bit on the way down, just in case I get exhausted or I have some sort of mechanical issue with the boat, which is so not out of the realm of possibility.
12 seconds later.
Oh shit. I'm getting no rudder feedback from my autopilot. This is not good. Alright, I'm not turning around. Questionable decision, but I'm going for it. That means I have to stop tonight, that's fine, but I have calm weather, I'm going. If I have to hand steer, I have to hand steer. I have steering. I can't quite see it, but I think the rudder feedback wiring's probably come disconnected, or the arm, the mechanical arm itself has come. But if I had to guess, that storm knocked something loose. Because we were going for a ride and the wheel was just the rudder slamming all over the place, so probably broke that too. Okay, after a bit of hand steering, we are offshore. I've got the steering tightened down, and I'm just going to point us offshore for a minute. I would crawl into the steering column, but I kind of want to stay out here. So I'm going to disconnect these propane lines, lift this out, because the rudder feedback is right underneath that, so I can kind of be behind the helm and take a look at it at the same time. That's my plan. Alrighty. Looks like it's a simple fix, let's hope. So mounted there is my rudder feedback. This sends feedback to the computer, and this rod is attached to my rudder. And it looks like the ball just snapped. Let's see if we can stick it back on and it'll stay. I don't know if it's going to stay great. Oh, there's a little lock on there. Let's hope that's all it was. Let's see. No error codes yet. Let's loosen this. Up, up. Are you working? Are you working? Get some speed so it can have steerage. I think it's working. Let's go. All right. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with this is I'm not going to reassemble it. I think I'm going to put all these, stow them safely downstairs just in case I have an issue with the autopilot. I can just open this up and get to it. But sweet, look at us fixing issues. Look at us. God is good. Oh. Happy, happy, happy. I've got to say, this is one of the best overnight experiences I've ever had. Look at that moon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. I shouldn't say morning, it's actually afternoon. We've had a very chill morning because I'm exhausted. I had a really good night last night. As far as overnight passages go, that might be one of the calmest night watches I've ever had. It was a bit exhausting not sleeping the whole night, but the conditions were great. It was almost flat calm. The wind was very consistent on the beam and we were moving. We made great time last night. We had an amazing sunset. We had a really nice sunrise and it was a full moon last night, so we had a little bit of light left. Most of the time on night watches, you can't even see what's in front of you. You're just looking for boat lights and kind of praying a little bit. Well, I use my radar too, but it misses some things. But last night, because it was a full moon, everything was lit up. I had great visibility, which just kind of reduces the stress of the task. So right now we're passing St. Vincent, entering the Grenadines. I considered stopping and dropping the hook for tonight and getting a good night's sleep before pressing on to Grenada. But I looked at some of the anchorages in the Grenadines, and all of the anchorages that would have been convenient for me have bad reviews about theft and armed robbery on yachts that anchor overnight. Literally the first anchorage that I zoomed into, it says in the reviews that it has the most reported cases of robbery of any anchorage in the Caribbean. So I'm not going to pull over, unfortunately, and I'm going to go straight on to Grenada. This morning around 7 a.m. we were projected to arrive in our check-in location in Grenada at like 3 in the morning. And so what I've done is I've intentionally slowed us down for the last few hours. And now we're projected to arrive at 8 or 9 in the morning. I'm happy getting there at 5:30 at first light, but I think that we're gonna have some strong wind tonight, and I will be sailing. And so I think we're gonna be going quick later on. So in Grenada, I'm gonna be staying on the south side of the island next to Spice Island Marine. Pretty much everyone I know, it seems like, goes to Spice Island Marine, so that's kind of all I know of Grenada. But there's a Budget Marine parts store right next to it, fuel dock, and it looks super protected. There's some mooring balls there. So it seems like a good place for me to hold out, get a lot of work done, sit for a few months, and just prepare for the next leg of this trip, which is Central America, Panama, all those things. I want to spend a couple months, have an epic to-do list, and fix as many things on the boat as I can, do a lot of the deferred maintenance on the boat, and then we can go and start a new trip after the holidays. That beanbag had fallen on the floor, and Charlie has claimed it as his own and has not moved since 6 p.m. last night. So 18 hours he's been just like that. On the other hand, I'm trying to get up and move around. You know, I get so sleepy out here at night, especially on a calm night when there's not a lot of stimulus. You start to nod off, but I have to maintain watch. So I get up, I move around, lots of cold water, lots of energy drinks, and just kind of try to stay stimulated. I listen to a lot of music, podcasts. I have dropped my Starlink. I had Starlink for the first maybe evening of the trip, but then it dropped, and I probably won't pick up again on internet until I am pulling into Grenada. The price difference between having Starlink internet at an anchorage or that and underway is astronomical, so I don't have it underway. But it's kind of nice to be unplugged and, you know, step off for just a second. 2 days is a little long for me because I live on the internet, but it is nice to unplug. Really good conditions today too. Not much swell. Not too hot. It was kind of chilly last night, which I just could not believe. But we got a little bit of a chill on. There was a few small storms, small rainstorms that I avoided last night. They'll pop up on the radar, and so I avoided those. This morning we got just a little bit of rain when we were skirting around the outside of one. Other than that, it's been really calm. Seen a lot of birds. They like to fish around the boat, so I guess we jump up as the boat's coming through. We jump up all the little flying fish, and the birds will come and hunt them, and it's really cool to watch. But that's the update. Touch wood, things are going well. So I think I'm gonna brave one more night and just drink a bunch of coffee and get through it, because I would rather get to Grenada and pass out for like 12 hours, catch up on rest, and then get started than stop anywhere, especially somewhere that's dangerous. So that's the plan. We push on. By the way, I've been thinking a lot about how this is kind of the last leg of the trip. Like, you know, if you think about it like seasons, like this is our Caribbean season, the last leg. We're going to be in Grenada a couple months working on the boat. We're still going to be in the Caribbean. And this is not, is this the furthest south in the Caribbean? Or that would be Trinidad and Tobago, right? I don't know. For me, this is the last passage of the Caribbean season, which brings me to reflect on the fact that I just sailed through the entire Caribbean. And not very long ago, I had no idea what I was doing whatsoever. I still have so much to learn. And it's just making me think about the fact that I've just, I don't want to jinx it while I'm not done yet, but I've I basically just sailed the entire Caribbean. I have. And that's crazy, you know. It seems small in this goal of sailing around the world, you know, but it was a huge, huge accomplishment. You know, we had a lot of challenges, a lot of rough weather, a lot of things breaking, you know, a lot of different types of challenges. And when we set sail from Fort Lauderdale, we really had no idea what we were doing. Just barely had any idea what we were doing. And I still don't, but, you know, I mean, I did it. I said I had to do something and I did it, and I feel really good about it. I don't know what to say, but I just sailed the Caribbean, man. It's pretty cool. So, I'm excited. I feel like energy is about to shift, you know, because for the longest time I've had this goal of getting to Grenada, like has been the goal. Get to Grenada, get to Grenada, get to Grenada, get to Grenada. And have been trying to like take my time and enjoy things and then roll with the punches along the way. But now that I'm here, I think the goal shifts, and the goal shifts to preparation and maintenance and education. And then we'll have the holiday season, a bunch of weddings I got to go back home for. I get to go back home for. And then we go west. All right, good morning. We have nearly done it. We are pulling into St. George's Harbor, Grenada. And it has been a very calm, lovely morning, and I will go through my check-in process and all those things as soon as I have the energy. Right now, just trying to bring it home. So my final resting place is over here on the southern end of Grenada, but apparently here at Port Louise Marina is the only place they have on the island that's still doing immigration check-ins right now. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read online. Big channel here. I probably have depth through this shoal, but I'm just not sure, and since it's all new to me, I'm going to take the channel and then just hop over the mooring field at the last second right there. That's the plan. All right, cool. Done and dusted. That is the last big passage, the last leg of the Caribbean. We've sailed the Caribbean now. We're in the southern part. This is crazy. The water here is like green, but still clear enough. You can see detail on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see with the camera. I can see straight to the bottom. So, pretty cool. We're gonna go in and check in, but we also gotta get some food because I just did over 200 miles of passage by myself and haven't slept in 2-3 days, something like that. So I'm gonna eat, come back to the boat and pass out, and we'll see what else we get into. It's nice here. I'm seeing a lot of boats that I saw in the BVIs. It's kind of funny doing this Caribbean season thing, moving down. You see a lot of boats you're familiar with. And yachting, you see the same crews and stuff. Looking for the dinghy dock now. But the place is pretty. They used to have a moorings sailboat charter fleet here. And so the docks are nice and lots of berths. Look at this. All right, here we are. I shouldn't be doing this before customs and immigration, but I'm just too starving. Another shady table, in another island, outside of another cute bakery. So, Port Louise Marina is here. This cute little bakery. I'll show you what we got. They had these rolls. This is a beef and cheese roll. They also had a ham and cheese and then just a cheese. I got one of each. Oh my goodness. And I got 3 of these hot dog pastries. Because I've barely eaten anything in 3 days, and I'm gonna eat all of this morning. I love my life. Immigration done and dusted. Already feeling better with some food in me, a bit of caffeine in me. But now we're gonna go pass out. We got our passport stamp, by the way. It was about 75 EC to get in. They will let you stay for 3 months. They'll write you right on the ticket, but they do cruising permits 1 month at a time. So one month from today, I have to come back, update my cruising permit for a little bit of money. And then after the 3 months time, before the 3 months is up, I have to get an extension for my stay because I'm probably gonna end up staying to the middle of December. But now, since the chores are done, we go back to the boat and we pass out. Made great time yesterday, last night. Okay, I'm confused.
Oh, what should I do? The homies say the hood's where it's good. Homeboy, I thought you knew.
By the way, while I'm doing this, look at this dog. I want you guys to know he got himself there.